live stream is in validation. Someone turn your mics off.
What do you think? Nobody need to come up or down? Marcus, go right on the fiddle, y'all.
You're listening to Rodney Rogers Outdoors Radio, where we turn it upside down and look at the outside from the inside out. It's safe, it's legal, and we're having a blast. So put your shoes on, my friend, because we're going outdoors.
Welcome to Rodney Rogers Outdoors. I just blow your eardrums off
for a second.
I am Rodney Rogers. This right here, tonight we have, it's Hector.
Hector.
We're going to go Hector. It's
HP.
Hollow Point HP on all of his social media. Tonight is our first Thursday night show together. We're kind of hanging out on Thursdays to see what we can turn this into. Who knows? Most of you know that we already have a Tuesday night show, and that's kind of our meat and potatoes, what we started with. I kind of wanted to add a show because we get a ton of questions, fishing questions, and this is a no-nonsense show. We're going to be answering questions and all that stuff, but we won't be talking about bats. I'm busting my buddy Mike's chops. So tonight, as you see right here, we got Hector, what do you want to say about yourself? I mean, are you excited? Are you a little pumped up?
I'm pumped up, and
we got you on your camera. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
cold blue. Right there.
That's it.
I've been doing YouTube for 2-3 years now, and I got a YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on YouTube. Just go to Hollow Point HP altogether, and you'll see me holding up a camera and a Glock. So
and doing a lot of your own stuff.
I do vlogs, and
right on.
You've been in.
I've watched them all. I'm just, for the people that haven't watched them all, I'm just trying to give you a little something airtime. I actually met Hector fishing on a pond. I don't know, 5 or 6 months ago, 7 months ago, maybe a little longer. It was the first of the year. It was real cold. It was during the cold season.
Yeah.
So that's when I met Hector, and we just hit it off right away, didn't we? I mean,
you're the one who showed me about the naked swimmers.
Oh, that's right. We were using naked swimmers that day.
Because I stopped, I saw you hooking one, so I stopped the truck, went out there, and I was like, "What are you using?" Because everybody else was bagging them like crazy, and I was like, "Oh."
And I said, "Well, here you go, take these with you," And I think I gave you one of my cards, didn't I?
Yeah.
I gave you one of the Rodney Rogers Outdoors cards. So there's a good chance if you bump into me, I'm going to give you a Rodney Rogers Outdoors card, and pretty much tell you what we do. We do an outdoor show. We do an outdoor podcast. Some people call this a show. We call it a show. I like calling it a show.
I call it a show.
Now, it's a Thursday. So we have 2 nights a week now. We have Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also on Monday mornings, I'm on the air with 104.1 Monsters in the Mornings. I'm hoping that turns into something really good. Who knows? They may boot me off this week because I'm boring, and we might not talk. They might not like hunting and fishing. I know a lot of their audience do because they're actually watching us right now. So hopefully, I know Russ does. Russ loves all that excitement stuff. So hopefully, I get into some exciting stuff this weekend to keep Russ's interest. I think I will. I'm going to be diving this weekend. So Saturday morning, I'm going to throw my dive gear on. It's
where at?
Snowclap. It's Snowclap.
Where exactly are you going to go diving at?
There's a bridge that I go to over by the Skyway Bridge. So if you're driving toward the bridge, the old Skyway from the south side, there's a couple small bridges there that I dive around. They usually hold a lot of stone crabs, so if you're a diver, that's a great place to go. If you're a free diver, that is actually an awesome place to go as well. So that's one of my favorite places to go, without diving in the Indian River Lagoon, because there's a lot over there as well.
Spear fishing?
I am going to be spearfishing with my new fancy spear you saw over there. Actually, it's not new. I've had it for quite some time.
So spearfishing is all year round, or?
Spearfishing is year round, and you're shooting legal fish. So as long as that fish is in season, you get to spearfish that fish, unless it's a snook or a game fish. You know, you can't jump in a pond and spear a bass. Bad as we'd like. You get your 10-pounder on the first day, I
Can you
guarantee.
spear a gator?
You can spear a gator. Yeah.
You could go in there and spear
Yeah,
a
it's
gator?
fancy, man. If you got the guts to do that, get your butt in there and spear a gator. I've done it.
Saw a gator today.
I will not. Yeah, so you saw a decent sized gator. So I know what pond you're talking about. That's a decent sized gator in there. If I had an Orange County license, I would snatch that. If anybody has an Orange County license out there, Zach, Yarborough Outdoors, I know where we can get a 7-8 footer. We could pull him out quite easily. He's just ready for the picking.
I thought he was bigger than that.
Yeah, it might be bigger. I haven't had him out of the water. Just by the looks of it, in my experience, it looks about 7-8 feet. So
He was big.
he could be bigger, but it's a good one nonetheless. It's a good alligator. Woo! So tonight we're gonna be talking fishing, man. We're gonna be, this is basically an introduction show for you and I hanging out together. I think it's a great time. It's Thursdays. You and I had to pick a night we could do it on. I think Thursdays is perfect. We're not competing with football because we were thinking about Sundays or Monday. We're not competing with football. We're just if you got nothing to do tonight, you're hanging out and check us out. So I'm hoping we're live. If not, this is going to YouTube no matter what.
Yeah, so you can still catch it.
Yeah, either way, this is getting uploaded to YouTube. So unless we get shut down for some reason. So, Hector, I'm going to talk a little bit about something real quick, and and I'm going to show you. I had some grubs designed, and not designed. These grubs have been out there for a long time. You guys are looking at them right now. This is what I call the dirty skirt. How's that for a name?
That's
the dirty skirt.
It's dirty.
And if you're offended, I really don't care. Not you, but the audience.
Yeah. Well. Dirty like mud dirty.
Yeah, dirty like mud dirty. So this is our dirty skirt. We'll call this the dirty mud skirt because of the color. How does that sound?
Yeah.
And then I have the chartreuse, which is up there that you're looking at now. I have two different colors. I've been packaging these things and sending them out as fast as I can.
That's actually my favorite one.
That chartreuse one? Yeah, I love that chartreuse because the chartreuse works for a couple of reasons. One is it allows you to do some trout fishing offshore. It does, you put it on your Redfish Magic as spinnerbait. I've caught a ton of reds off of them, trouts. We've even hung up on a mahi on one of these bad boys. So it's actually a really, really cool lure. I'm very pleased with it.
I love it.
And you love it now?
That thing just hit the water.
And you got a video out there right now with it.
Put it out on Facebook.
And if you scroll through all my millions of pictures on the outdoor website, you'll see that Nick caught his not biggest to date because we caught him an 8.5 pounder this year. But before that one last year we caught him a 7.5 pounder off of that one. I caught and I you can see all the pictures that I've caught of these big fish with this grub in their mouth. It's absolutely one of my favorite grubs. Our secret down the hill pond. Mm-hmm. They love those grubs there. So, as a matter of fact, you went out fishing today.
Yep. And I went out fishing with our buddy Joey.
And how'd you do?
I caught 2, lost 1. But I caught the biggest one today. So
that's all that matters.
I could lose them all as long as I get the big one.
So how big's that big one that you were fishing?
That one was 4.37.
Okay, so yeah, it was almost 4.5 pounds.
Yeah.
Starting to catch a lot of 4.5 pounders, aren't we?
It's jigging time.
It's
jigging
it's time to get jiggy with it. That's what you're saying.
Yep. It's fall and let's do it.
Yeah, it's good. I've been hounding at you for a long time. Wait till the water cools down. Cause you're at that fishing point in your life where you're like, I'm going fishing.
Yeah. Well, it's that 10 pounder.
Yeah.
That's
calling me. But I will give you this. You didn't get almost arrested in a hurricane.
Well, see?
But there wasn't no 95.
You got more guts than I.
There wasn't no 90. You actually tried to talk me out of it that day, didn't you?
Yeah, I text you, don't do it.
Don't do it, man. There's a lot of state troopers out there. And you were right.
And that one you ran into did not play.
Yeah, if you ever bump into Ross, a state trooper named Ross, whoo!
You just called him out.
Put your hands up. I called him out. He was nice after he realized we weren't there to rob a bank. Once he looked around and goes, well, there ain't no bank here. They're not bank robbers. They are definitely fishing. You know what's funny is when he walked up to me, he sees me fishing. I'm walking around, I'm casting, man. And I didn't notice my buddy Philip over there that's surrounded by state troopers, man. You know, you get into fishing mode, man. You're focused.
Yeah.
You're like in the zone, you know. So this guy sees me fishing. I walk over to him, and you know, and I walk all the way around the lake, and I walk over to him, and I go. He goes, "What are you doing here?" I swear to God, I wanted to go. You know, you ever heard that? You know, here's your sign. I wanted to so bad.
You should have said. You should have done like a 300 Spartan.
Yeah.
With the pole.
Exactly. That's what I should have did. But my better judgment got a hold of me, and I held up the fishing pole kind of like an offering to a god. You know what I mean? Here, Father. Darius, here's your pole.
Here's my pole.
Grab my
So
fishing
what
pole.
happened afterwards?
So I said, I'm fishing. You know, with that questionable look on my face, like, dumbass, I'm fishing. You know, so, well, who gave you permission to be here? And I'm like, well, you know, nobody. Nobody.
The voice in the back of my head told me to.
Yeah,
stop
I
right
said,
here.
he goes, so I said, nobody. You know, we're just out here fishing. You can't be parked over here. You can't be here. You're trespassing. I just let him run with it. You know, I just let him go.
Yeah, for
with
some reason, I found out that expressways, they own
Yeah,
all.
absolutely. It's a toll road. It's private.
Yeah, so
they have the express authority to say no.
yeah, he's a new sergeant.
But the state trooper standing right beside him,
Knew you.
I won't call him out.
Yeah, that's.
I didn't say nothing to him right then, you know, until, you know, Ross walked off. I'm going to call Ross out every time I can. When Ross walks off, I looked at him. I go, man, you know, you come up to me many times.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, but when you have your boss standing
Right
there,
beside you, yeah. So if he sees this video, he's now in trouble. I'm sorry, buddy. He ain't in trouble. So, you know, and he always walks up and says, you know, how you know. But I'm always it's not like I'm, you know,
hurting somebody.
hurting it. You know,
If you had a clown mask, you know, with all these clowns now and fishing.
Dude, you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do that. Not on that road.
We'll probably get shot.
Yeah. Ross would just pull over with a.
He won't even say nothing.
He'd stop on a mountain and shoot you from one of the bridges.
You ever seen that cop?
Which one?
It was here in Florida. He does a traffic stop, and the guy gets out of the car.
No.
Comes towards his unit, and he just comes out and tases him.
Really?
He's
just out of the blue.
He's yelling at the cop. Hey.
Oh yeah, I would too. I would too.
Police officer didn't even say nothing to him.
As a matter of fact, there was a Girl Scout trying to come up to me and sell cookies. If I'd have had a taser, I'd have zapped her.
And took the cookies.
And took the cookies. I'd have give me them cookies. I'd have got her. So anyway, we're talking fishing, obviously. I think we got off on a rampage on a taser. We might have our friends from Halloween calls watching tonight, and I just want to point out that their calls are going to be hanging from right there. I'm going to put their calls hanging from right there, so you'll be able to see them during every show. I'm going to position them. I'm going to build like a little plaque here to hold my turkey calls and my. I'm even going to order a squirrel call from them. You ever seen a squirrel? Yeah, they're out there. They exist.
You just go.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's just two nickels, and you bang them together. Click, click, click.
Just grab two little nuts and come get it.
That's a squirrel call. So they actually do have a squirrel call. And I noticed that when I went to Arkansas. When Mike and I went to Arkansas, there was a squirrel call there. So I'm gonna get a squirrel call. So I'm gonna be hanging those right there. So Angela, man, if you're watching, that's gonna be your call spot. We're gonna try to shoot some ducks off those things right there. We're gonna try to get you out there duck hunting. So what'd you use when you were fishing today? I know I'm just jumped all over the place.
I brought them here.
Put that right up in front of your camera. I'm gonna put your camera on.
Take one out.
So is that crawl or more like a beaver? Is that what they call like the beaver bait?
This is more like a crawl.
Is it?
I don't know if you
Okay, I got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So what I do is you don't have to split them. I don't split them. I keep them just like this. And that's the one that the big bass grabbed onto. When I split the whatever you call these.
The flaps?
The
claws?
Yeah, the claws.
Yeah.
I didn't catch any. So
Really?
yeah. So
Really?
even as is, it works for me. I mean, if you want to try it and just put it on a jig.
Who makes that?
Strike King.
Strike King. Are we sponsored by Strike King?
Nope.
Will we be?
Hopefully. It'd be nice.
We'll take them.
But I got the jig here. This is
Okay, let me put you back up.
This is my old jig that 6.5 pounder tore up.
Oh, really? Oh,
secret
you need a skirt too, don't you?
Yeah, he tore up the skirt.
Yeah.
But I got another one. But all you do is just like a regular jig and you put it in there and it just dangles off. That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
That's the money shot.
That's the money.
The money winning shot. So Strike King, obviously, Strike King's been around a long, long time. That is a phenomenal bait.
What's the name of it? I know I've got something.
It's called the River Bug. It's called the River Bug. And let me give you the colors. Watermelon.
Watermelon red.
Watermelon red flake. Yeah.
Flake?
See that? Red flake.
Or fluke.
Or fluke flake. We call it flake. Because it's got little red flakes in it. So you did awesome day. I saw your, you haven't put the video up, but you will be putting the video up.
Yep.
On all your social medias, I'm sure.
On my YouTube channel.
Yeah. What about your, do you nurse your Instagram at all? I don't see a lot of stuff from you. You forget about that a lot, don't you?
I got Instagram. Was it Snapchat?
Oh, you got Snapchat. Okay.
Yeah, Snapchat,
I don't have a Snapchat.
Twitter. It's kind of hard to do everything all at once.
Right,
So
right.
I focus more on YouTube and Facebook. I also have a fishing page, Primetime Bass Grind.
Well, talk about that for a minute.
That is actually just videos I put together. Which camera I'm looking at?
Yours.
Okay. That I just videos I put together of me fishing, just cool videos and stuff. I actually put some with Rodney in it, made him look real cool.
Even better.
And I did a couple videos of for Vexen.
Those are jam up videos for Vexen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That took about 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah,
just
no
a
doubt.
3-minute.
I know. Mike and I have been working on our gator video for months. He's got 40 hours in it. I've got 5, 6 hours where I caught the gator and I was done.
Hey, send me the video. Maybe I could do.
Well, as soon as he gets it up and running,
maybe I could.
Oh, he's got it done. I mean, he got it hooked up. And actually, I was going to play that in a theater. He's done so well with it. We were going to play it in a theater, but I found out that the theater cost, $3,000 for
just to put your video.
Yeah, for 2 hours. You get it? They'll set it up. And I said, you know what? I was in there the other day, and it was just me and my buddy in there, and we were watching a movie. There was just 2 of us. You made $14. You're telling me you want to charge me $3,000? I'll give you $28. I'll double the money you made for that day just to play my movie.
I'll make up a different title.
Yeah,
Batman 5.
Yeah,
so everybody will show up and be like, "This ain't Batman.
This ain't Batman." Marvel's the Fantastic Nine. Oh, what is that? This
is there a Marvel character that's a gator?
No, can't be.
You sure?
Yeah,
I think there was a scorpion.
Was there a scorpion
on Spider-Man?
Oh yeah,
I think there was a gator.
See, I thought the Spider-Man guy was Scorpion. I thought he changed into him, but there's another one. I mean,
there's Sandman and something.
Yeah, I remember the Sandman.
I know there was a scorpion.
There's a black,
and then there's a octopus, Dr. Octopus.
But he wasn't a good character though, wasn't he? Like Staple. He wasn't like on there all the time.
No, it's just a villain.
Yeah, they should be a fishing man. I'm fishing man. And he's got a fishing pole and he runs.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got like
change the title.
Imagine this. Check this out. Fishing man, right? I'm onto something. You're going to agree with me. Fishing man, and his pole has different tools. Like a grappling hook. And he reels himself up the wall. No?
Who's the villain? Bass?
Bass, tarpon.
I got the villain.
I got the villain, Captain. The villain has been caught. You got tools on it, like spears. Like just.
That's it.
I'm pretty deadly with a lure when I want to be.
Yeah.
I don't always catch logs and trees.
I caught one the other day.
You did, actually. What was funny is I'm watching you, you're fishing. I see you go, I see, and from 100 yards away, it looks like you're fighting a fish. So I thought this dude just got the monster. He just
I
got
wish
he
it
just got a
was.
world record because he was like 20 minutes like this.
I wish it was a world
And then he
record.
pulls up, and I could see the piece of stick you pulled up, but from like I said, from my distance, I see a silhouette of something, and I
Yeah.
went, "Well, that's not a monster.
It's a wooden gar.
It's just the old wooden fish."
Wooden fish.
I've caught a lot of those wooden fish. I've caught some rubber fish. I've caught some, plastic fish. A lot of plastic fish. What's funny is out of that pond, the first time I caught a 5-pounder out of that pond, there was a trash bag, like a I don't know, a Walmart bag, and it was just floating in the pond. So I took that jig, and I was trying to hook that bag to pull it out of the water. So I put the jig down in front of that bag, and my line goes, whoosh, and just takes. There was a 5-pounder under that bag at my feet,
Really?
and that was the first 5-pounder I caught out of there. And that scared the heck out of me, actually, because my pole just like to snatch right out of my hand because I didn't have any. I mean, I don't know if you've ever used one of my poles. There's no drag on that thing. I got 50-pound test line, and I got the drag set to 0.
So your pole's gone. Like that day, remember when I threw the pole down and
Yeah. It's,
chasing my pole around?
so Hector catches a fish, and he had just lost a really good fish.
I think that's the one I just caught today. Because it was in the same spot.
Oh, really?
Same exact spot.
No kidding.
Came back for her. I'll say it was. Just
Okay, yeah.
Just to look cool.
Yeah, so, and you look cool, by the way. So Hector, and the line goes slack. And he goes, dadgummit, and he throws his pole down on the ground. And I'm watching him, and I'm going, take a deep breath, grasshopper. And all of a sudden, his pole takes off across the grass.
I had to chase that sucker.
He's running, trying to catch his pole, and I'm going, and I'm, of course, I do the one thing I have to do, that's laugh. I'm laughing. That's what I do when people do stuff like that. I'm the laugher. That's my villain character, the laugher. Not the Joker, because there you got one.
So how's your laugh go?
Like that one? When your pole was taking like, kind of like that. You got to put the blah in there. Why is my mic sinking? If here in a minute, I'll be like, hey, what's up? Let me try this. That's what you get for buying non-expensive mics holders. How am I doing? I should adjust this before the show. What do you think? There we go. So, you went fishing day. I did not go fishing day. I was trying to set up all of this magic equipment for a Thursday show. I think, before this is over, like I said, we may not be live right now, but we may.
There's going to be a lot of...
Either this is being recorded, or at the end of this, we're going to do a 9 to 10 show because we just screwed this whole... We just screwed the... It says I'm broadcasting. It says I think I'm live. Yeah, I think I'm good. I got this, man. I'm telling you. I'm new at this end of it. Mike always does this side of it. So I'm new at this end. So I'm hoping we got this. We'll see. Anyway.
So today, basically, the reason why I wanted to go fishing, I got online and I was just reading, and it says cloudy is one of the best times to go fishing. So I looked outside and it was cloudy, so I was like, I'm going fishing.
Right. How'd you do? I mean,
I did pretty good.
just 2 fish?
2 fish, but one.
The camera's on you. It's
Is
not,
it?
yeah.
I don't know which one.
That's why I get to mess with you.
Oh, okay. So blue, right?
Yeah, blue when it's on you. Blue is you.
All right.
There you go. Let's you want to do you again? There's you. You're
All right,
blue.
So, basically today I explained because I was watching your show, and I explained just a little bit of how to read the water the way I do it.
Right.
There's different ways to do it. A lot of people do it differently. The winds were high. It was very cloudy, and it was not hot. So it was about 80.
Yeah.
It was not.
Yep.
It wasn't that. And then with the breeze hitting you.
That was this morning? Earlier today?
That was afternoon.
Was it afternoon?
Yeah, because I looked at I don't know if it's a myth, but I'm superstitious.
Yeah, yes you are. I will agree.
With the moon phases. And
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I don't know if it's true. I mean,
I think it's true. I think the moon phases make a lot of difference. Absolutely. I know it does salt water as well. So yeah, I believe in the moon phases.
Okay, because it was 85% full last night.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew they were feeding late at night, so I didn't bother with the morning.
Okay.
So I went afternoon and got me 4 pounds.
But you're not a morning guy. You don't have a lot of faith in the mornings anyway, though, do you?
No, I do.
Oh, do you?
I'm
Okay.
always up in the morning.
Okay. Well, I know you're up. I mean, I know if I say, hey, 4 o'clock in the morning, we're going for you'll go. But I just didn't. I didn't have you pegged as a morning.
Yeah. I do all time.
Because you're fishing so much in the daytime, in the afternoons. Man, at 9 o'clock, I'm done. That's it. 9 o'clock.
I go all day.
And I used to. I was that guy. I'm just not that guy anymore.
I don't do really nights.
And I'm just the opposite.
You like nighttime?
Oh man, I got to take you night fishing now that this weather's cooling down. I'll take you on a good night fishing trip, and you'll have a whole different feeling about nights.
Well, it's just like catch mostly gars at night.
I've never caught a gar at night. You do?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, where are you fishing at? The gar ponds? I've never actually. I can honestly say I haven't caught many gar while bass fishing.
If you go to Lake Toho,
Mm-hmm.
there's a bridge under there.
Mm-hmm.
You know that little, you probably know Neptune Road.
Yeah.
There's a bridge down there.
Yep.
Use shiners, live shiners.
Right.
And you'll catch.
Well, yeah.
Huge
gars. Yeah. That if you.
But even with a lure.
Yeah.
That little pond up by the what was it 417? Remember
Right.
I have a real small pond that's losing water.
Yeah.
I caught a gar there twice.
Right.
Remember the
Well, for me, yeah, I do. Yeah, you did. For me, I can tell when a gar's hitting versus a bass. You know what I mean? Because if I'm on top of the water and I see this, and if you set your hook right, you'll catch him. I try not to, because I know it's probably gonna be a gar.
Yeah.
Because them bass come up, as we know, like a rocket.
So at night, do they bite?
Oh yeah.
Like the way they bite in the mornings, or
Absolutely. So at night, if you're fishing and you're fishing, let's say, a rubber worm, you'll feel the bite the same way. But at nighttime, it's all sound. I mean, you're hearing it. And the good thing is the sound travels fast enough that you can set the hook on the fish. You'll feel the fish, right as you hear it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean you'll
they
see.
go top water too, or
Absolutely. Top water is the key at nighttime.
okay. I know it's top water.
Buzz baits, poppers.
Well, I know the shore. They're mostly towards the shore, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. They're just working the shore. So what happens at nighttime, these bait fish get right up against it as close as they can, to whatever foliage, and they don't move. I mean, they're doing very little movement. So when something comes offshore, doesn't matter if it's a mouse, a snake, baby turtle, something, they're going to crash it. So at nighttime, once you get your cast in, you pretty much nail, especially on a full moon, because you can see where your lure's going.
Yeah.
It's just like daytime.
Well, there's a full moon. Oh,
Yeah.
what, Saturday you're going to be diving?
Well, so that's Saturday morning.
Oh, so you'll be back same day?
Yeah, I'll be back here like 4 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just run 2 tanks out. I may only do 1 tank, but I want to get some underwater footage, and that kind of stuff, and muscle around and catch some stone crabs and shoot, do a little podcast, and yeah. And I'm going to take my Hawaiian sling there, so if I do see a shark, because it sounds like I'm going to be by myself this weekend. I don't like diving by myself. I mean, I do, but it's, where I'm going, it's advanced diving 101. You can be swept out to sea really quickly.
You got to be careful out there.
That's what I'm screaming. I'll be careful. I'll do it.
Get a rope.
I'll
Tie
do
yourself to the bridge. Just in case.
it. Deal. You got a deal. So I'm going to play something here.
All right.
I'm starting to get used to all these buttons, and this is what I like. I'm gonna put a fish up here, and you see if you can tell me what it is. You know what that is? They can't see it. You can look over here. Can you see it? Here, I'm
Is that a tuna or something?
No, it's a amberjack. It's an amberjack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Are you ready for this one? You know what this one is?
It's a red grouper?
No, it's a redfish. It's a snapper, red snapper.
Red snapper.
Yeah, it's gonna put the shark up there, and then
You're doing saltwater, man. I'm a
well,
rookie on that.
that's why I call Rodney Rogers Outdoors. We do it
Okay.
all, offshore fishing. I need to put some
Now I
offshore
have
fishing.
hunted before up in Kentucky, so
And you have harvested deer, right?
yeah,
Okay.
I field dressed it and
Did the whole spiel.
the whole thing.
Drink the
shebang.
blood on the first deer.
No,
Big cup of it.
no, that's your
Frosty.
stuff.
That's what we.
I thought I was supposed to eat the heart
Well, you could do that
raw.
too. Did
I
you
didn't do
take
that,
a
no.
bite? Some people it's take a bite out of it. Some people it's drink blood. Some people it's eat the heart.
What'd you do?
I ate a bologna sandwich and drank a glass of milk. You know what I mean? I thought that was a celebration.
Well,
No, I actually drank a handful of blood.
I went on. What was it? I went up to Kentucky. Man, it's amazing.
Oh yeah,
It is amazing
Dude.
up in the
that place has
mountains.
got some deer.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's
Seen
got some deer.
I seen them.
I'm
got
telling
some
you.
big bucks,
Yeah, some big bucks.
and I cannot lie.
I guess it, dude, totally got me right there. That was my one of my Georgia deers. Not a bad little buck.
I still need mine. It's still in Kentucky.
Oh, really? Yeah. Who's got it?
Buddy of mine, Eli.
Eli?
Yeah.
Give him his horns back. I'm telling you right now. Are they big horns or the
7?
Okay, 7 point.
Yep.
Right on. How wide were they? 50 inches.
It was maybe like something like that one.
Okay. They just had an outdoor show here last weekend. I didn't catch it. I didn't see it. Everybody's asking me if I went to it, and I didn't see it. I wish I would have.
It was, well, I did posted the deer hunting thing that I had.
The what? Oh, the
video.
deer hunting?
Yeah, the
Oh,
kill
really?
shot. You see the kill shots?
No way.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
yours?
Yeah, from my channel.
Stop. Of your deer?
The deers I shot.
Oh, okay, I got you. Right on.
You can see all the deers. You see us at there's 3 parts to it. You can see me skinning them.
Nice.
All 3 of us. We caught 4, 5, like maybe 6, 7 deers.
You caught them?
Well,
skin them alive?
Shot them. The first deer I shot, somebody stole.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me that story. Yeah.
And they field dressed it up there and stuff. But I think it was the second or third one. Shot that one in the neck because I wanted meat.
Yeah.
I said, I'm getting this sucker.
Yeah. Shot in the neck. Did you hear that? He's a neck shot. So what did you hunt with?
That day I was hunting with a Remington, the 308.
Okay. The 30 caliber, everybody loves that. Yeah. That's a great gun. I've got the 06 and the 300.
That's what I'm getting next.
Yeah.
30-06.
Yeah, 30-06 is great all around. I mean, from elk down, anything in between. And then, of course, caribou. And shoot caribou with a 30-06. Well, my buddy went to, how he found out, he had 2 guns that look alike. He had a 300 Win Mag and a 300 short mag, and then he had that 30-06. So he flies to to Colorado, and he's got his case. He throws his rifle. He gets up there, and it's a 30-06. Now, he wasn't comfortable shooting the elk with 30-06. So he shot a cow and a bull while he was up there, 1 shot each, and he had a lot more confidence in the 30-06. 30-06 is a phenomenal, fast, great bullet, and that's one of those bullets everybody's wondering, what's the best thing to knock something down? 270, 30-06, 7 mil.
Yeah.
They all do a phenomenal job.
That's what you feel comfortable with.
That's exactly right.
If you're good with an AK,
do it.
Use the AK.
Yeah. I don't know if I can shoot an elk with it. I'm sure you can.
What do you call those big giant
stags?
Nah.
Elephants?
Not
giraffes? They're the big giant. Mice. Big giant mice. You kill a big giant mouse.
Yeah, I got a brain for it.
Yeah. I can tell your eyes bulging. So here we are. This is our first show. We're just him hawing. So we're going to be talking about guns. We're going to be talking about, my gosh, we're going to pull out some handguns one night, go over calibers.
Knives.
Our experience, knives, rifles, ARs, all that stuff. So being our first show, we're just trying to glide through this and just get it out of the way, get all the heebie-jeebies. Mm-hmm. You don't feel heebie-jeebie anymore, do you?
No,
you feel good. Now you're comfortable.
Yeah.
You realize that behind that camera is nobody. In the camera is where everybody's at.
That's the audience.
That's the audience. But right behind us is a bunch of fishing poles. There might be 40 or 50 fishing poles over there.
Yeah.
So, not to mention in my truck. So we're going to be talking about fishing. My gosh, I got to get you out to do some saltwater fishing.
Yeah.
I'd like to get you and I do some filming.
February 25th.
February 25th.
It is my birthday.
It is your birthday.
And
How old are you going to be?
I am going to be 33.
33, okay.
Yeah, Larry Bird's
Number.
jersey.
Yeah.
Number.
I don't know why you knew that.
I'm from
You
Boston.
must like some Larry
I'm
Bird.
from Boston.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's who he played for?
Celtics. Yeah.
I'm not a basketball guy, so I didn't know. I've seen him play. I just didn't know what team he was. Or
he used to be Michael Jordan.
yeah, I was in
And
there.
I watch everybody like, what?
Michael Jordan's the best player in the world.
Go way back when Michael Jordan first started. He had a hard time.
Yeah, when Michael Jordan was 4. Larry Bird smacked him down.
But so anyways, I want to ask you like weather-wise.
Weather-wise.
How do you read ponds or lakes? Because for me, ponds and lakes are a little bit different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they are. Lakes, let me tell you where the big difference is. Lakes have highways. At the bottom of a lake, if you was to dry up every lake, and you'd see this highway of ditches and trenches and depths and mountains and hills and all that stuff in a lake. Mm-hmm. Where a pond, most ponds are just basically, from the bank down. That's it.
Sometimes we go like this.
Yeah, sometimes like you and I paddled that whole pond and we seen one little hump in the middle. And where did we see fish? Right over that hump.
Yep.
So if you're in a lake, first thing you want to do if you're really taking a lake fishing serious, and is get a topo map, because the topographic map will give you the elevations under the water. So what you're looking for is those highways. During this time of the year when fall starts coming, the water starts getting colder. Those bass are going to move right to the main highway, and they're going to get out of Dodge. They're just going to move to a little bit deeper water, and that's why you see those guys going, fishing off. A Florida fisherman is not a very good offshore fisherman, meaning offshore in the lakes, because we're just not used to those highways and those humps and grasses and those points, because we're just not deep fisher guys.
Yeah.
All of our lakes are shallow, so we're prone to fish that shallow water on the banks at the wrong times, because that's our go-to spot. We go, why don't we catch any fish? Well, it's 'cause they're not there. They're moving out. So that's where the weather moves in. You gotta. I think for me, that laser temperature gauge that I got is probably one of the most important things if I'm fishing cold water.
Gotcha. So do bass sit more in the cold than the heat? Because the heat, sometimes you can get them.
Right.
Because the one I caught, it was 7-pounder.
Right.
And it was 93 degrees.
Right. And the water temperature was almost equally the same.
Yeah.
Now, you can catch fish, those same type of fish.
But when it's cold, they're more, because they're cold-blooded.
Right.
So is it harder?
Well, the cold-blooded simply means that their blood is the temperature of the water.
Okay.
So they're at 93 degrees, they're probably a little more active than they are at 45 degrees.
Yeah.
But when we had that real cold snap, I fished a tournament with 40 boats, and I placed 16th out of 40. So I caught fish, but man, did I ever fish slow. Yeah. I mean, I had ice on my rod guides. I kept having to thump my rod to knock the ice off so I could reel my pole in. So I learned a valuable lesson about braided line that day. So remember, their strike zones get smaller.
Okay.
So you have to fish slower, and you have to make 30 casts in the same spot. If you're like, man, there's got to be a fish that it's 10 foot deep here, make 30 casts to that spot.
So it's like all you're doing when it's super cold is getting reaction strikes.
Pretty much, unless you are in their face. Because when it does get cold, I mean, that's a great time to use a rattle trap. It's a great time to use a crankbait, and even those suspending jerk baits. Those are great baits when it's cold, especially that red-eye shad.
Okay.
That is a phenomenal, phenomenal bait. I think the day that I fished that tournament, I caught 2 off that red-eye shad, because if you just come right by that fish, man, they just pow. I mean, they're already cold and aggravated, and they're going to smack that bait. And then I caught the biggest one off a trick worm. I would just I was, 10 feet of water. I could see the weeds in the grass, and I just threw it out as far as I could, and just basically took me like 8 minutes to reel this thing in. And then I felt it go nibble, and I set the hook, and it was a done deal.
So
So
was it the big
the
worms?
no, it was just the small little trick
Oh,
worms.
small
You want to go a little bit
finesse.
yeah, like a finesse worm. That's exactly right. And back then they were called wacky worms. They had wacky colors. That company went out of business. It was a great worm. We fished the Swanee River with that bait during this same temperatures. We slammed them. So great bait, but the Swanee River is great because it has all these channels and these water. It's tide affected by the tide.
Okay.
So as the tide goes out, these waters were pulling from the swamps, which was warmer waters. It was 4 degrees warmer than what the main creek was. So we fished the mouths of these creeks. Now, we culled our fish. We were culling. We were catching so many fish. Only because it was just 4 degrees warmer. It was those little temperature nuances make a
Big difference.
a huge difference. And it's the same way when we're offshore fishing. If we're fishing 85 degrees and we find 83 degrees, we'll stay in that 83-degree range. It doesn't mean they're not in the 85. It's just the majority are going to be in that 83. So that's what you're looking for.
Like
This guy right here. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. That guy behind you. I'll pull that up. That guy right behind you. Kind of see it behind there, right there. Now, that one I caught on the windiest day you could imagine. I had a bunch of guys I was supposed to take fishing. Pulled my bass boat out, and it was like they all canceled on me. It was 4 guys. They all canceled, one after another. I'm not going. So my boat was loaded, and I said, look, I'm going out anyway. So, the adage is fish the windy side of the lake. So, because it's knocking bait down, and,
now the wind pushing towards your face or
Right.
behind you.
toward you, like if you're, I'd say behind you. So if you're in a boat and you're facing the shore, the wind is coming to your back,
Yeah.
blowing on
Like
the shore.
you're feeling the back.
Right, you feel in the back of your head. And then, the waves are crashing on the shore, and it's supposed to bring all kind of stuff in. And that's probably a great adage. But I fished there for about 10 minutes, and I was like, you know what? Let me go to the calm side. It's just more enjoyable fishing.
Okay.
Second cast.
And you use that.
I use that worm that's in his mouth right now. It's a 7.5-inch culprit.
Can I borrow that?
Absolutely. So, it's just while all those nuances and the things that you hear to catch better fish, don't get stuck on them. Don't fish the windy side. You may hear it.
I love the wind.
Yeah.
Today
And
was
a lot of
real
people,
windy.
and if you're fishing on that windy side and you're being successful, that's great. But don't be afraid to try the non-windy side as
Yeah.
well. These fish don't move all the way across the lake.
Well, when I was reading today about the cloudy,
right.
because they lose light, just a little bit of light, so they move more. And when there's more current, is moving the bait fish
Right.
around. So
Right.
they're following the bait fish.
Right.
So what I read was, make sure the wind is pushing towards you.
Yeah.
And I don't like fishing like that.
Right.
It's for me is no good.
Right.
So I kind of go from side to side. So if the wind was pushing towards me, I'm gonna go to one side or the other side, or cast way out there
From the backside.
Yeah,
I
from
got you.
where
Yeah.
it's calm. And
Yeah.
that's how I
Seems
get
to work,
lucky.
right?
Yeah.
And you build your own pattern by doing that stuff. And that's, I said it the other night. Fishing is like playing a guitar. When you first grab that guitar, you might get a note. If someone teaches that note, you can get a note.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same way with fishing. I can take someone out that's never fished. I can get them a fish.
Yeah.
But you got to keep fishing in order to be successful every time. And a guitar, you got to keep playing that guitar in order to make a song.
Yeah.
So fishing is a song, brother. Put that on your T-shirt.
I play a pretty good song today.
You play a damn good song. You know what I mean?
Wait till I get the 10. Now I want the 9 and the 10 so I could complete 1 through 10
Before the year's out.
before the year's
I think
out.
you can get that. I think you can do
Hopefully.
that. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
actually going for Joey's 8-pounder that he caught in there. And I was like, she got it.
Easy.
That's our guard dog.
That's
Somebody's trying to get in our studio. Good.
There you go.
All right.
See the hair standing back? Yeah, we got a good watchdog. It always scares me when he does that. Sometimes you'll be dead asleep and he'll jump up and do that.
Really? The mic.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what was I?
9-10 pounder Joey.
9. Yeah. So she has to be at least 9.
Yeah.
If he caught her during the middle of this
year,
yeah,
then she
So
was at her least amount of weight. Yeah.
she got to be a 9.
That's what I tell everybody. The only thing that keeps a 7-pounder from being a 7-pounder is about 14 bluegill, and they're not afraid to eat them.
So it takes 14.
Well, ish, depending on the size of the, shiners, because right now they're about to spawn again. The spawning is coming. So right now they're feeding up. So, you keep that everyday fishing thing going, and you're going to hit that day when they're absolutely feeding up, because it's a temperature that sparks that. It's because they're going to spawn at 65 degrees, between 65 and 70 degrees. So when that water temperature goes from 80 to 79, and it starts creeping down to 78, and the next thing you know, 75 degrees, that fish says,
Be catching one of these.
That's exactly right. That fish says, because I'll tell you right now, while the belly is big on this one, when I caught it, it wasn't big. It wasn't huge. She had spawned out.
Yeah.
So
now you caught this one spring or
I caught
fall?
I call it late spring.
Late spring.
Yeah, late spring. And she was absolutely spawned out. There was nothing in her stomach. She was in the mood, because remember, when they come off their bed, they'll start that feeding thing again.
Yeah.
So she was coming off the bed, and then Rodney hoodooed it. So had she been full of roe, I'm a firm believer I would have broke the state record, because she's 30 inches long. State record was only 26. It's just the girth. And she has the potential of being a 20-pound bass at 30 inches long. The world record's only 32. That's the world record fish. So, I measure her exactly at 30 inch on the nose, and that's why I told the taxidermist I want it at 30 inches, and I want this girth.
So, I heard somebody told me about the Bass Pro Shop. There's a mosquito or something.
Yeah. That's one of them horse ass flies. You can't fool them flies, dog.
But if you catch a 10 plus, remember I was telling you?
Yeah.
And Bass Pro Shop will.
Yeah.
That's what somebody told me from Facebook.
Yeah. It used to. Ben Beckner is the promoter there. He's since retired. He retired this year, actually. And I was actually rushing her to the Bass Pro Shop, because they used to take those fish there. But now, once they take them, they'll ship them off to another Bass Pro Shop, because they got a tank full of bass right there.
Yeah. No, I want mine.
Right, and all you got to do is say, look, I want mine here. Ship off one of those little ones, Get it, put a shiner in there and let the little one catch one of those.
Would they do it? If
you ask them, just call them, look, I got to, I think they want anything over 10 pounds.
Okay.
Anything over 10 pounds they'll take. And just say, look, I want mine in this tank, and they'll put a hole punch in the tail so you can see your fish for a while. That'll grow out.
Yeah.
But they'll say, you'll see your fish. They have a quarantine tank in the back where they make sure it's healthy. They don't want to bring any disease to the fish, so they leave it back there for about a month. Keep it fed and keep it healthy. And
you get to name it too, right?
Yeah, you get to name it. Yeah. I was going to name that one Big Mother. So, well, man, we're at the end of a show, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that went fast.
An hour ain't enough. That's why I'm doing the Thursday thing.
Okay.
Because now it's 2 hours, and next year we're gonna do 5 hours every night. That's all we're gonna do is talk on the radio.
Dang.
No, I'm teasing. So, man, poke your stuff out there. Poke all your info.
Right now?
Yeah. Poke where can everybody find Hector? Let me put you up there, dog. Let me give you. There you go. That's you.
All right, you got it?
Yep.
If you want to watch me on YouTube, go to youtube.com/hollowpointhp all together, and it goes straight to my channel. Facebook, that Facebook is kind of private, so I did the bass, the primetime bass grind. You can go ahead and just like the page, and I'll post a lot of stuff there. You see me live sometimes there. Twitter, HollowPointHP. Everything's Hollow Point HP, Snapchat, and all that stuff. Actually, this video that I will put out sometime this week, I'll have all my information there, including Rodney's. So,
Oh, yeah.
So you can.
That's what I'm talking. That's my kind of guy right there.
There you go. Make it easier for you.
Make it
So
easy.
Look forward for the new video that I'm going to be posting of today.
Now you see the lower thirds up there. I just learned how to put that up there. So, sorry. And as always, you can find me at RodneyRogersOutdoors.com. You are watching it right now on YouTube and or RodneyRogersOutdoors.com. You can find me every social media outlet that's out there under RodneyRogersOutdoors.com. I promise you, if you Google my name, there'll be 2 Rodney Rogers. Be sure to Google the outdoors, or you'll get the basketball player.
Yeah,
Rodney Rogers, basketball player. He was actually broke his neck on a 4-wheeler, and I think he passed away finally. Yeah, poor guy.
Now you took over.
And now I took over. I can't play basketball. White men can't jump, man. We already know that. So this is going to be a regular thing on Thursdays. If for some reason Hector cannot make it, I'll always have somebody else sitting in that seat. It may be Mike again. It may be all 3 of us. Mike may pop in with us. I'm going to be getting another mic for our board. We're going to be setting up. It's eventually going to be the deal, man.
All right.
We're eventually going to get this right. So check us all out on all of our social medias, Instagram, blah, 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 Facebook. I don't have Snapchat. I don't see me getting Snapchat. So
I'm barely on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, I want to give a big shout-out to let me give this shout-out. You ready?
Go ahead.
I'm going to give a big shout-out to the Gnarly Barley. They do not sponsor us, but I love me some Gnarly Barley.
Never been there.
Really?
Never been there.
What? Do you like beer?
I had one yesterday.
Okay. Well, if you like beer, you will love the Gnarly Barley. If you go into Gnarly Barley, go hang out. Let them know that Rodney Rogers sent you outdoors. I've been there since they opened 4 years ago. The first night I was there, and I've been there ever since.
Where's it located?
Right behind the Florida Mall, Orange Avenue. Okay. Google Gnarly Barley, and Yelp. Look at Yelp. I mean, you're gonna see the waiters are amazing. It's just a great. It's your bar.
They serve food?
Oh gosh, they serve the most amazing food ever. I mean, the most amazing. I thought my thing was a touchscreen. So we're gonna get out of here. How was your first show? How'd you think? You can do this, right?
Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome, man. I mean, I like having you over there because we can actually talk turkey. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call it. We call it talking turkey because you got a lot to learn. So I see me and you doing some hunting together, some offshore fishing together, some inshore fishing together, some saltwater fishing. So I think this is.
Remember, deep sea fishing. I want to go on my birthday.
Your birthday. So we're going deep sea fishing.
My girl's gonna be there.
I'm
gonna be on vacation. I don't know. We'll plan it out.
Yeah. You and I will plan it out. And don't forget, on December 3rd, I have my camping trip coming up. So be sure to take that weekend off if you're working. I think it's gonna be hard for me. We got a big deal coming up where I work, and I took the time off, but I got a feeling I'm gonna get some slack about it. So, but I will be there full show December 3rd and December 4th. Be sure to come check us out. Look us up on RodneyRogersOutdoors.com. If I have your fishing lures, I assure you they're going out. Most of them are going out again tomorrow. So we'll get those out to you. Yeah, he's going to hold them up. Look at there. This guy's got wham. That's it right there.
I'll send this one. Just this one.
Yeah. You better kiss it for him.
I'll sign it.
There you go. Sign it. There you go. Well, the reason I said kiss it because Mike last night it looked like he had a tobacco in his mouth. It was that grub. He was
chewing it, right?
Yeah, he was chewing it. So
tell him to chew these.
I almost hoodooed you. So anyway, as I think, please do not laugh at me when we sign off of this thing. We're going to sign out of here. And as my mama always said 18 million times, you kids get outside and stay.
You're listening to Rodney Rogers Outdoors Radio.
That didn't, no. Wrong song.
Look at the outside,
ready?
inside out.
Ready? That's it right there.
There you go.